SO, yeah, in the spot, man. Thanks for sneaking away some time while we're here at the Flavor Fest.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Man, glad to get you on camera, get a chance to talk to you, because obviously you don't reside here. You're over across the pond.
Yes, I am, sir.
But 2011 has been a pretty interesting year for you so far.
It's been a good year, man. I can't lie. It's been cool, man. God has really been opening doors, and it's really been, blessing me with so many things. So I'm just definitely grateful for that.
Now, for some, I know for some of the people who follow us here on Rapzilla, their introduction to you was our reference to you as part of the Freshman 11.
Even before that.
Yeah.
2009, when I released Love Is. So 2009 was probably like the introduction for people. So yeah, I remember you guys put it on your website. I put it on my Facebook and then YouTube, and you put it on your website, and then Wado was playing it, and then a couple other people started picking it up. So that was like kind of the introduction. And then we had the Five Solas mixtape or project, whatever you want to call it. I'm neither here nor there with that. That came out in 2010, June 29th, 2010, and then 2011 with the Freshman, and then the album, So It Begins. So it's been busy, man. Been working hard every year.
Now help us kind of connect the dots, because you had the Five Solas mixed project. Mixed project.
Call it what you want, man.
You did have a DJ, so
the Five Solas, the Five Solas.
The Five Solas project.
Yeah.
So you had the Five Solas project. Then we went from Five Solas, fast forward all the way through to So It Begins, which was not a mixtape. That was an album.
Free album.
Don't call it a mixtape, folks. It was an album.
Right.
Don't call the other thing a mixtape either, but this one was a.
That's funny.
But so kind of connect the dots from Five Solas to So It Begins, and then kind of merging with Lamp Mode.
So 2009, when Love Is was kind of getting picked up, like the song, like it was just so random, just kind of random. DJ Essence and Shaolin, they came to London as part of like a mini tour they were doing with a jazz band. I can't remember their names. And then they performed at my friend's church, New Direction Crew. They performed at their church back in West Norwood. And I was there rapping as well. And that's when I actually got, like when I met Essence and Shy. So like, ever since like 09, me and Essence just been chopping it up since, been talking like about things pertaining to music, but also things outside of music. Like one of the reasons like, I call Essence my brothers, because like 9 times out of 10 when I was talking to certain people, all they were concerned about was just my artistry. But like he was really concerned about me as a person, me as a Christian. So he was asking me questions about church, my walk. I mean, like those real genuine brotherly questions. And we were just fans of each other. I'm like, yo, you're Essence, man. You were in like Lamp Mode, But he was like just a regular cool dude. Then in 2010, I released the Five Solas on my own. We recorded that in a week. My friend Craig Crusade, he mixed it, and then we just kind of released it. And then that kind of just took off by itself. No video, just wanted to do it for the people. And then in January of 2011, January 8th, I think, Essence can correct me, Essence Skyped me and was like, yo man, we want you to join the Lamp Mode roster. And then like a week or two later, I said, yeah, let's do it. And then I started working on So It Begins in March. And then came to America in May, stayed for 3 months, and came back to London. So yeah, it's been tough, it's been long, it's been long. So it was like from March to May, I finished the album, like everything from start to finish, and then like mixed it for a month, and then released it in June 28th.
Album came out June 28th.
Yeah.
What's the response been so far?
The response was incredible, man, to be honest. Like the website, Lamp Mode website crashed in like half an hour. Which was like, that's crazy. Like it literally cried. Like we couldn't get on. I mean, like I did something like a live chat, and then it came out, and then it crashed, and then I was like, wow, people really wanted this project. So we really worked it, like not like it was free. We brought out 3 singles before, brought out 1 video, 1 promo video. So we really worked it like a real project, and then I think the response kind of reflected the work that we did. So it's still going strong, and like I'm out here in America and people know my music, which is like weird for me. You know what I mean? But it's incredible, man. Like I really love it, so I'm enjoying it.
Now on the album, a highlight for a lot of people is joined with you and Leah. You beat people to the punch. People were mad. You beat people to the punch. You somebody heard the Inception sample. They took the music from Inception and then you crafted a song about it. You crafted a song around it. Kind of tell us, how did that go down? Who did the production of that?
So the album was mostly done by my friend, my brother GP of Divine Music. He lives in London. So I mean, me and him are just brothers. You know what I mean? Like literally, we all brothers. Like that's my blood brother of mine. That's blood, like blood of Christ. You know what I mean? So, like in working on the album, like I was really trying to capture like where I was or where I had been as a Christian. So, like that song "Lows and Highs" really just kind of reflected that. Like those words were true to me. And the sample, like I listen to a lot of like soundtracks and I watch a lot of movies. So I'm a fan of Hans Zimmer. So, like I was on Spotify, just kind of like listening to stuff. Like, let me see what I can send G to sample, and then I heard it, and I was like, this is perfect for what I want to capture. So I went to his house, went to the studio, explained the song to him, like this is what I want to say, this is what I want you to create, and then he just kind of did it, and then I wrote my verses, sent Leah the track, and then we just kind of explained some stuff to her. Me and another guy called ST co-wrote the hook, and then yeah, now you have Lows and Highs. It's now like many people's favorite song. So like, I think it's weird is that the most personal song, in a sense, the most depressing song in the album brings the most hope to people. I mean, I've had people tell me that they've cried when they heard that song. I mean, Steve was putting his hand up. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird for me. It's like, how is it that the Lord can use those lowest points of our lives to encourage people to continue pursuing Christ? So, it's how Lows and Highs came about, man.
Now, speaking on that, you know, the more emotional songs, you got that one. You got
I'm Ready.
I'm Ready, which I can't front, dude. I heard that. I was like, I can't wait till this album comes. I had that song, like that song, I just made a playlist of just that song so I can loop and I don't have to do nothing else.
So it begins.
So it begins, but with all of the songs, some people are throwing the quote emo rapper title on you.
I mean, that's weird because, you know, it's like when I read the scriptures, I read Paul telling Timothy to watch both life and doctrine. So watch how you live and what you believe. And that's kind of how I want my music to be. I want my music to reflect how I live, but also what I believe. So you have songs like Lows and Highs, which is my life. Then you have songs like Sure Thing, which is doctrine. So it's that kind of coupling of life and doctrine, bringing them together. And I think that the best songs are the songs that people can relate to. Like those are the songs that are kind of timeless. Like 10 years from now, people will still be listening to Lows and Highs, not because it's my song, but because it's that type of song that it can resonate with you, even if you're from this culture, even if you believe in this. Like you can agree with that, like because you've had a low point, but then you can also rejoice because you had a high point. And if you look at the Psalms, you know, like when I was making So It Begins, I was reading a lot of Psalms. So like Psalm 42 and 43, why you downcast my soul? You know what I mean? So it's that real life reflected in writing. So I'm not an emo rapper. I don't know what that means. But I do make songs that are emotional. Not by like choice. Like I want to be this guy who's making you cry all the time. But I feel like that's what I want to make at that point. So I can. I mean, but then we have songs like Short Thing, which is fun, and Feminine Appeal, which is fun, and stuff like that.
We are human beings. There's emotion as being a human being.
Man.
So God made us who we are.
Man,
so if you cut that out of the equation, you got to cut a part of God out. You got to cut out the joy and all the other stuff he talks about. So I think it's dope that you go there.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I definitely don't want to shy away from kind of what I've been through. I mean, my circumstances, situations that I've been through because I feel, and I see it biblically. Like Paul says in 2 Corinthians, that the suffering that we go through is to encourage other people. So like that's like, well, we are suffering to encourage people and show people how to suffer in Christ. That's crazy. So it's like, amen. If I'm writing a song like Lows and Highs, or like on my next album, I have another song like where I'm talking about like the death of my dad. It's like, amen, I'm writing those type of songs because I know it's gonna bring encouragement to people. You know what I mean? It's gonna bring hope, not just despair, like, oh, I'm crying, but like real hope.
Now, speaking of the next album, you've been kind of mentioning on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it begins. Now we got So It Continues coming.
I mean, you know what, like that might be a title of it, just because at the end of So It Begins, Timothy Brindle says, "So it continues, my beloved." Like, so he says that, so I think people have made that the album title. Like I did it. I didn't. That wasn't my original title, but people have made it that. Mm-hmm. So it might be called that. It might be called something else. So
you've already mentioned that you got the song about your dad. Or sonically, what can we expect from? Tentatively, So It Continues.
Yeah.
What can we expect sonically?
So I'm like two, 3 songs deep right now, and those 2 or 3 songs are like, I can't describe them, man. Like, they're on the vein of, in terms of they're emotional, like lows and highs, and kind of reflective like that. But I'm trying to have some, some different types of music. So me and GP are really gonna try and experiment with sounds. So we don't really have a tentative, like, this is what it's gonna sound like, this is what it's not gonna sound like. So we're really kind of thinking through it. But it'll be much of So It Begins, but some new stuff as well. So expect samples, because I just love sampling and stuff. So yeah, we're just looking forward to it, man.
Cool. Now with that, anybody on your radar who you'd love to work with in terms of features? It could be people within Lamp Mode, people outside of Lamp Mode. Anybody on your radar that you like? I want to work with them. Hopefully, so it continues
or something, whatever's gonna
be called.
So I've always wanted to work with. So like on my album, I want to have like 4 or 5 features. I'm not a fan of, for my project anyway, like having an album full of features. So that's not kind of me. That's not what I want to do as an artist. So for me, I'm probably gonna work with like people from the UK and a couple of American artists. So I want to work with Timothy Brindle, because that's my dude. Just generally, I want to work with Trip Lee. I grew up like when I was in 6th form, like, which is not college, but before college, like 2 years, like I was listening to that guy's album like crazy. So I work with Trip, or Cray. Obviously my dude Serene from London, this group New Direction Crew, and just just generally a couple singers. I want to get Leo on another song, because let's see what happens with that. Don't let Leo in any way don't do that. But I don't want to kind of do the same thing. I kind of want to give you something new, something fresh. So we'll see, man. You never know. I might have 0 features.
Tentative release date for it?
Next year sometime.
Okay.
There's the boss is back there.
The boss is back there. So I haven't seen him don't say anything about that yet. So
next year, sometime next year. Okay. Definitely next year though. So will my album be free? No, my album will not be free. My new album, the next album will definitely be, you would have to purchase it on iTunes, Amazon, online, physical copies, wherever you can, man. Yeah, man. So we wanna sell 50 million records in the first week. I'm joking, man. But we wanna.
No, you're not. It's cool though.
Nah, I'm not MJ, man. So I'm just excited to actually get to bring out an album that people can actually go and buy. Like, cause I had never thought, like, if you asked me like 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, when I was sitting in GP's old bedroom, like with a bed and a little small thing we called the studio, I would have laughed at you if you told me I would be signed to Lamp Mode and coming to America to spread the gospel through music. I would have waved it aside, but like, you a hater, man. You trying to gas me up. But it happened, but it's good.
Dope. Any last words? Parting thoughts?
Put the L next. No, I'm just joking. God bless you guys, man. Thank you Rapzilla, man. Thank you for your support, man. Like, over the years, you know what I mean? Like, posting that video. Like, I remember like when me and Phil from Rapzilla, like when he came to London and he did that video in London, Victoria. I did that freestyle. I was wearing the North Face hoodie with the gray Scully, and that got like mad views. Like, I had like a lot of people from America like, who is this guy? So like that's some stuff like that just kind of built the momentum, man. So I just thank you guys for being a catalyst and kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? So appreciate the work that you guys do.
Word,
and thank you to people who are out there supporting me.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if it's a big topic of conversation around, you know, the internet or whatever. But with me listening to the album, I'm like, this dude's got a couple of songs geared towards the ladies.
I have one. I have one geared towards the ladies.
You got something about the ladies.
Yeah, so I have a song called Feminine Appeal, which is an encouragement to women to just kind of pursue Christ and love him more. Like, I love this lady called Elizabeth Elliot. Like, I really, really, like, love her. She's, like, 90-something. She's old. Like, first book I read of hers was The Mark of a Man. Friend Amika gave that to me, and then ever since then I just started like collecting and reading all her books. And she's like a real advocate for for biblical womanhood. So like I remember like just looking at the climate of hip hop and seeing kind of how women are portrayed, and I was like, man, I want to write a song that contradicts this. So we made Feminine Appeal, which is actually a book title by Caroline Mahaney, C.J. Mahaney's wife. So I had read that book, and I was like, man, I really want women to get this. And I wanted to encourage them. And so that song came. And then Quest for Love, which is like my R&B crooner song, it's like, it's actually a book title by Elizabeth Elliot again. So like she wrote this book called Passion and Purity, where she told the story of her husband and her, like her late husband, Jim Elliot. And then people would write her letters, and then she put those letters in a book, and then her responses in a book. So Quest for Love, which is about people looking for love. So that's where Quest for Love came in. And then Steven's interlude is really just me talking about one situation that happened with a young lady so it kind of just, what I tried to do is because people had heard Love Is like 2 years ago, I wanted to make it like a story. I wanted to like string things together, which is why you had like that little moment of time, that chapter of love on the album. So I didn't do it intentionally, like to be that R&B guy, that lover man, but
I'm gonna play psychologist for a second and just ask a question. Because you said yourself that, the album, you said you want to show life and doctrine. Are we getting a picture of your heart of a quest for a wife right now?
No.
Are we getting a picture of your heart of desire for marriage? Is that what we're getting?
No, Steven's interlude was like just me going, look, like, I tried to find love in a woman and I couldn't. I mean, it was wrong. Like, I tried to allow that woman to be what Christ should be for me. You know what I mean? And that wasn't going to happen. So that's why I ended with, if she don't love, I know he will. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to Stephen, the deal, heart worn on my sleeve, so it's real. Like, Lord Jesus, I know you will. Like, hold me close so my soul is healed. So like, he's the one that can fully satisfy me. Because even if I'm married, if I'm single, if I'm married, Christ is still my satisfaction. And even outside of that, when we die, like Jesus said it in Matthew, man, like there is no marriage post-resurrection. So, no, I'm not this guy looking for a wife. I'm very content with my singleness.
Okay.
That's this guy.
So you're single?
Yeah, I'm single, man, chilling, man. On the next album, there probably won't be a song like that, unless I go through something weird again, and I feel like I need to write it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Rapzilla.com.
Right now, we are just talking about my brother, Pro, Mr. Before I Die, Mr. Reflection Music Group, Mr. Reach Records. Dude, you pull a lot of funny faces on stage, man.
My bad.
I love you, man. Pro. PSA. Volume 50.